Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here for a weekly check-in. I think it's for week 3. Yes it is, it's week 3. I've got my calculator, my cash envelopes, and I've got my budget binder, which is an Eau Estelle A5 wide cloud with a plum paper planner inside. So let's find the right page. My weekly check-in page is the 3rd check-in. We've only got one more week left, and I'm filming this on Tuesday the 26th. So, okay, I've got my month at a glance, and I've got my key here, which tells me which each colour relates to. I'm just going to move that up because I can. So, we did the check-in last week for the 11th to the 17th. Okay, so we're checking in from the 18th to the 24th. There's actually not a lot. There's only 5. That is rare, very rare. Okay, so fun money. I actually was over at the end of last week, but I have actually spent more. Again, it's on Bethany Rose's Fiver Friday. So I spent $14.75, obviously not £5, which means that I am now $23.37 over, which is okay. I'm probably going to buy again on Friday, but it's okay. I am expecting that for the first few months, because these are the first few months that I'm having to stick to this properly. So the kids have spent nothing, which means they've still got £157 and 10 pence, which is ridiculous. Eating out, we've spent nothing, which is good because that is £2.73 over, which is fine. Again, we tried a new takeaway place and it was more expensive than expected. So petrol, I have not put any petrol in, and I really don't think I'm going to. So that's good. That'll be a bit extra left over. Kids activities, no spends, which means they've still got £64. And groceries, so £12.74 at Asda, which was Greg, and £221 and 62 pence at Tesco's, which was our big shop, which means we've spent £234 and 36 pence. Off £362.12 means I've got £127.76. I might do my big shop on Sunday. I'm not sure I can make it work with that. I might be able to. I might leave it till Monday the 1st, and then this would be extra, which I'm tempted to do, because then in February, if I go back to doing Mondays, there's 4 Mondays, and so I think I might try that. We'll see how that goes. That's what I'm hoping to do anyway. Sinking funds, I haven't tracked, and I'm not going to. I'm not tracking that next month at all. Unbudgeted, we had one of $13.99, which was a film from Amazon. We bought for my birthday, we bought Bill and Ted's, what's it called? Face the Music. Yeah, Bill and Ted Face the Music. You could only buy it, so it was $13.99. So we're over by $21.42, which that's not bad at all, actually, given past budgets. That's not bad. So one thing hasn't come off yet, which I'm going to go and check. That was our takeaway from the 17th. So I'm going to check in on that. This one I know is due off soon, because that was only a couple of days ago. So today's Tuesday, yeah, that'll be off soon. And that's it. So the dark purple as well, I forgot to explain. Dark purple is bus, which I don't check in, but I have been tracking, mainly because it's been Savopoly purchases, like towards my Savopoly, because Greg's only in work 1 day a week and he's not taking the bus, and he takes his lunch with him. So while we're on furlough, I'm just using that for Savopoly, and I'm not trying to find it anywhere else. So I'm just going to check my envelopes are correct. If I can get to them. So 23.37, yep. That's Greg's, so don't track that. 157.10, yep. 273, 273. 43.31, yep. 44. And I've got cash, so 5, 10, 15, 20 plus 44 is 64, so that one's right. And then my grocery budget is next to my weekly check-in, 127.76, yeah. So that's really not too bad. Fun, not great, but I'm okay with it. Kids, they've got so much, I might take that out and put it in their savings. Eat out, again, not great, but it's okay. Petrol, fabulous. Kids' activities, fabulous. Groceries, brilliant. Especially if I don't go shopping till Monday. And unbudgeted, not too bad. It is only 2 things, so it is only Greg's Wrestling and a movie from Amazon. Which, so if you remember, I sorted out our Amazon Music. We just decided we were going to keep it, and I've added it as a line item in our budget. So I'm actually quite happy with that. I think that weekly check-in is not bad. I've already started to close out my budget. So this weekly check-in I will show you next week, but it'll be closed out. I'm not actually going to do the check-in with you. It'll already be done. So what I thought I would do today as well, not just our check-in, I thought I would lay out my stickers for February and show you what I do, how I do it, just as a little extra. And I thought next week I could show you it set up. So I have got 5 pages of dot grid paper at the back of February. So you have your month here, and then this is the beginning of the month. I don't write anything on there. I've actually just got a sticky note there right now, and that is the beginning of February. So I have made myself a kit, which this will be up in my shop now. I think it's yesterday the new releases go up. If it is, I'll leave a card up here for the video. But I've made a kit, a Valentine's kit, which I think is really pretty. It's just love hearts. I just thought it was cute. So I'm going to go into this, and I'm just going to set up my month and show you what I do. I might talk, I might not. So on my first page, I just put down a big thick washi strip off the washi bundle, and then I normally put goals. So it normally says like February goals, but I haven't made myself any goal stickers, so I'm not doing that. As soon as I make some, I'll put it in there. Then I use these teeny flags. Don't want to use the same color at the top. Teeny flags here. I used to put goals. Actually, yeah, I don't really need the goals sticker, because I used to put my goals here for the month, and it was things like no spend, or only spend 2/3 of grocery money, or something random, you know, save £20 from envelopes. It was slightly random goals that I set myself, and they were very arbitrary goals, and I found I wasn't sticking to them at all, and it was making me feel miserable. So I don't do goals anymore. In fact, here I write down my opening buffer in the account, and I also then have a little section here for closing buffer, which ideally would be the same as the opening, but isn't always. Sometimes it's, rarely it's slightly more. Most of the time it's slightly less, or I might have topped it back up, or that sort of thing. And here I just write anything else that I need to remember for the month, if there's anything vitally important. So on the other side, I set up my actual budget. So let's do that. I don't know why I've got that out. I don't need that. I've got a sheet of the months that I'm already using. So what I have found is in my old budget book, which was a notebook, I had a lot more, I had slightly more room up and down the way, I feel like. So there was enough room, pardon me, for all the line items that I had. There's slightly less room in this one. I'm not entirely sure why, but there is. Because they're actually the same size planners, but they're just the way it's laid out. There's slightly less room. So I very carefully have to make sure I leave enough room. So it is February already. So I got my February budget sticker. Okay, so I take my income first. And then I mark to write 1, 2, 3. And I just do a little mark where I'm going to stick my first sticker. And that is the total. So we have different incomes, different things coming in. So I mark totals. And then directly under totals, I put my expense, budget, actual, variance. And then I have a list of all of our set expenses. So account charge, insurances, council tax, all that sort of thing. I think I've managed to save myself an oopsie with this one. It's not too bad. And then for this page, I put down the last one first. That makes sure I've got enough room then, you see. So this is the remaining sticker. So then I've got my totals. So I total up everything in my expenses section. In the budgets column and leave what I've got remaining. So then I take my big huge ruler and I just draw a line all the way down. And try not to smear the gel. And that's it. I have a little waft because I think I've made it a bit extra juicy. And that's that sheet done. So the next page is my variables. Ooh. So they do this side in sections, so I've got lots of the sheets for this one. So the first set is our what would have been cash envelopes, but we're not doing cash envelopes. yeah, we're not doing cash envelopes because of the pandemic. I'm only using them for our sinking funds. And I'm going to be honest, I'm debating putting our sinking funds in the bank. But I like doing the cash envelopes every month. So, I'm not sure about that. So then we have the remaining, because I total up that section and do what's remaining. And then we have our next expenses. And these are our sinking funds. 8 of those. Okay, and then we have our final expenses category, which is debt. So, our minimum payments and our snowball, which we don't really call it a snowball, just our minimum payments. Because that's pretty much all I budget is our minimum payments. I did pay off a debt this month. I paid off 2 actually, but one of them didn't have a minimum payment. I know that makes no sense, but it was like a pay now, buy now, pay in a year, one of those sort of ones. So I just paid that off. But another one I did, and it had a minimum payment, but I'm not rolling it on to the next debt. I've actually rejigged our budget for some other things that we're needing to be incorporated in. So yeah. So yeah, we don't follow Dave Ramsey or anything like that. We don't follow anybody like that. So the other side of my variable is my weekly check-in. Now, what I'm hoping is that by not tracking my sinking funds anymore, I can fit all of my weekly check-in on one page. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen, but let's give it a whirl. Can't hurt to try, right? Okay, so category spent and remaining. So we're gonna track my fun money, the kids' fun money, eating out, petrol, kids' activities, groceries, and unbudgeted. And this, because February is a perfectly square month, will be the 1st to the 7th. And the next one one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That will be the 8th. I don't think I'm gonna fit it in. I think if I had one less, maybe. The 8th to the 14th. Hold on. We might, as there's only 4 weeks. I don't know why I'm so keen to fit it in to one page. I just am. I feel like I was tracking too much before. You know? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes! I can literally just fit it in. Okay, so. Okay, that's perfect. So I've got 1 weekly check-in on this page. So I don't need that last category bit. And I don't need that bit. Because normally I would put that on the other side like this. But I don't need that. So, I'm just wondering. No, I'm just going to put our grocery shop. So I use this side for our grocery cash envelope. So I'm just going to put a skinny washi. Now, I don't know why. I print 2. And I always have 2 on my page. I'll show you. I always have 2 on my page. And I never use this side. Ever. So I'm only going to leave 1 this time. And I'm also going to split the page in half. I think. Because we really don't use that many lines, so I'm just going to try this. And if I do need to go over to the other side, I've got the other one. But that's what I think I'm going to do. I just realised I didn't draw my lines here, so I'll go back and do the lines after. But I'm going to do the lines on there, and yeah, I'm going to leave that one. And I'm going to leave this big space here. Actually, no, I'm not. I am going to put, I'm changing it up. Ooh, I'm scaring myself a little bit. I'm going to take, I know that's really dramatic. Okay, I'm going to take my transactions one, which would normally be on the other side of this page. And it is literally our unbudgeted transactions. So, as you saw, this month I only had 2. But it's for anything that shouldn't really be coming off. I'm going to try putting it over here because I can fit it in because the weekly. And then if I do have 5 weeklies, check-ins, I might still do this because I want this transaction bit to be a little bit, not even this big, you know? Does that make sense? Possibly not, but never mind. Okay, and then this side, I have my debt tracker. So here, oh, excuse me, I just don't know what the sniffles. I've got the sniffles today. I think a cat's been sat. It's because I'm bending over. Okay, you know when you lean forward and the weather's been miserable, but it's been warm inside, and now I'm leaning forward. Ugh. Anyway, so here is my debt tracker. I list out all of our individual debts, their remaining balance, and what the minimum payment is. And then I cry. Oh, every time. I rip that one every single time, you know. No, I don't cry because I have a plan. Sometimes I cry about it because I'm stupid. Not stupid, because I have made money mistakes. But yeah, that is my debt tracker. I will list it all, the balance and the minimum. I do keep a track of that at the front of my budget binder, but I find having it in the month, on one hand it makes me go ugh, every time I see it, but in a good way because it's reminding me it's there. Like, come on, Caroline, pay attention. Do something about this shit. Okay, the next page is a nicer one. I do like to have this alongside the miserable one. And this side, have you been out of focus this whole time? I really hope not. This side is my sinking fund tracker. which we have a lot of sinking funds, which I'm actually going to get rid of one. I know. But I am. So. Okay, so this is my sinking fund side. So I have category, the opening balance, anything I add, anything we take away, and then the ending balance. So we have home, car, pets, birthdays, TV, Christmas, and back to school. Those ones are the ones that I fund every month regardless. Then we have our others. So we have beauty, clothing, medical, homeschool, tattoo, holidays, extras, shows and tickets. And then I'm supposed to have YouTube, but I am not funding that anymore. So we have Christmas food as the last one. I've decided to remove the YouTube envelope because that shouldn't be part of our personal budget. That comes out of my business budget. So yeah, I decided to take it out. Yeah, I decided to remove it, and that's that. So there's our totals. And then I use this, which is a slightly thicker washi strip, but it's not a real, not a big thick one. And then I've got teeny tiny transactions. And this is literally any sinking fund transactions that come out. So if I spend anything out of a sinking fund, it gets tracked here, which is why I'm no longer tracking it in my weekly check-in, because I was going back and adding it into my weekly check-in and thinking, why am I bothering? It's written down here. I can see it here. I don't need to put it in over there too. So I don't know. Then this one is bonus income. So this includes stuff like YouTube, Etsy, if I sell anything on like Facebook Marketplace or in the Planner D-Stash page, which, oh my god, I've got a huge box waiting for me to get my button gear and photograph and list on the D-Stash. Yeah, anything like that. Or Scentsy, because I don't sell Scentsy anymore. Like, I've still got my consultant account, and but the only people who use it are friends. I've had some people, like friends, buy through me, but it's literally just, I'll say to them, I'm buying some wax this month, do you want some? It's not, I don't like actively sell it. Which is, if you watched my, I think it was my Christmas vlog, when I got my villains warmer. I'm rubbish, I don't sell. I'm not a good MLM person, because I don't like the MLM company business model. But I really like Scentsy wax. So that is what it is. And then expenses, I normally leave like 6. So stuff like if I put any into our savings, which I normally put £50 into our special savings account every month, that'll come off here. Stuff like that. And yeah, so our Etsy comes in here and gets allocated out here as well. You know, like sticker paper and stuff. And then I use the big fat arrows, which I absolutely adore. And those go down here. And they go here, just roughly. I can never get it perfect. One day I'll measure. When did you turn off? Okay, I don't know when my camera cut me off, but I have my little arrows. So this is my bonus income page. So Etsy, if I get anything from Scentsy, if I've sold wax to myself or my friends, that'll come through there. Literally, I only buy myself. 1st of February, there's a new catalogue. And I've already picked my 2 warmers that I want from it. And that's all I'll buy. But because I buy it through myself, I get money back, commission. So it works out like a discount, essentially, because I'm buying it myself. But anyway, Etsy income gets paid weekly if there's any to get. So the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd are the days that I will possibly get income. Like last month I didn't on 1 week, so I crossed it off. But yeah, I'll write down what I get and then I will total it, and that total goes up here. You see? And then this one is marked as miscellaneous income. This is stuff like, well, this month I got a refund on something that I'd bought a couple of months ago, so that went in here. I won some money in a 200 club that I'm in, so that went in here. And then it goes in one line, one miscellaneous line up here. Okay, so then this is just notes or anything like that that I want to put in goes there. So, whew, I'm making this really long-winded and I'm sorry. So this side is my business transactions, is exactly what it sounds like. Anything I buy for Etsy or for YouTube goes in here, which is why I've taken away that YouTube envelope. I'm trying to be better at working out, like, I'm terrible for just buying the sticker paper and then being like, oh yeah, that should have been a business expense. So that's what I'm trying to get better at. Keeping better records. Because funnily enough, as a planner, budget-y girl, I'm really not very good at that. So that's what this is for. I've done it again, ripped my total every time. Literally just writing down if I spend anything. And that's it. Like sticker paper. Or I needed to buy a little light thing for, where's my glue? Oh, trying to find my glue now. I'm never going to find it, am I? I put it somewhere safe. So, yeah, you know I'm never going to see that again. Yeah, if I have to buy anything for like sticker paper or envelopes or all that sort of stuff, it gets listed here. Then the other side, not because it's the last thing, but it goes at the back because I only actually look at it once. I look at it when I'm filling it out and then when I'm using it, and that's actually the only time I need this page. And this is my cash breakdown. So this is the page that I work out the cash that I need for my sinking funds, and if we're funding that one, the takeaway envelope, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that this month, because I don't think our Chinese is going to open again. So I might just leave it all in our bank account and take it out if they open again. I can take it out when we go, like out the cash machine. Which is a bit weird. Okay, and then at the bottom, I put one of these so that I write here what are other sinking funds, because in my cash breakdown it just says other. And then I write down here what different ones I'm putting it to, which I'll talk about that in next week's video, because that'll be my cash stuffing video. And I've talked about it before, but I will talk about it again. So that is how we set up the month. I've got my opening page. I've got my budget. So I'll have income, set expenses, cash envelopes, sinking funds, debt. my weekly check-in 1 page, my grocery shop and any transactions, my debt tracker and a space, which I'm not sure what I'll use that for now, sinking funds and transactions, bonus, income and cash breakdown. Any business transactions and then my cash breakdown, and that is my setup for February. I also have my little cash card. When you buy these from the shop, they're laminated, so you can reuse them as often as you want. I don't tend to laminate my own because I just use them the one time, to be honest. But I'll use that once I've worked out my cash breakdown for when I go to the bank. So that is everything. If anybody has any questions, please ask them down below, or you can find me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram name just here. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to me waffle, and I will see you all later. Bye.